I've been down since March, technically.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yep. Yeah, because I didn't even know your ass was coming back. I thought you was gone already.
Yeah,
But you know what? I figured you wasn't going to be gone because, I mean, the shit with your sisters had just happened, so you was going to have to come back for a little bit.
Yeah.
One way or another.
That's right.
He said something about putting off the camera. I don't know which camera he meant, but...
Different. Cuz,
What?
your camera.
Yeah, I hear that.
You said
I'm
a
sorry.
minute. You said a minute.
Hold
All right, well back. What's good with everybody? You in tune? The We Be Talking podcast. I'm here with the Queen.
Hello.
Chef Nady. No. Okay, let me start it off like this. No, I got you for real. I got you. Because I've been confused a little bit, right? Where are you actually from?
I'm from Fort Wayne.
Okay, that's why I said, I had to get that because I'm like, damn, is she from here? Because some people be from Nady, but they've been living here for a long time.
Yes, I'm from Fort Wayne. I just freshly started traveling a few years ago, but I just tell people I'm from Indiana when they ask.
No, for sure. Hey, I don't believe you shit.
Because now that I travel, people think I'm from Ohio. Right. Now that I date somebody from Kentucky, they think I'm from Kentucky. Some people think I'm from
Kentucky.
You know, sometimes people think I'm from Indy because I skate down there a lot too. So I just keep it broad and say Indiana because I live in Muncie. I graduated from Ball State.
You roll bounce on?
A little bit.
Okay, I fuck with it.
Just a twinge, just a twinge.
Okay,
So,
how long have you been doing music though? How long has this been something you've been loving? Like, when you doing something like this and how you moving around with it, seems like you love it. So how long you been doing it?
So this question is a little broad because my dad used to be a rapper here in Fort Wayne, and he used to do gospel rap. So we would do youth explosions, travel to different churches.
Right.
My first time being on a stage with a mic was 4.
Okay.
But me writing my own music was probably about 2017-ish. And then I want to say like my first show was like 2021-ish. So it's like different. Kelly Hill Hicks, Landis, because she got a lot of last names. But she was having a show at the Mamba Room, and I was just there, and she had asked me to come up on stage because I told her I was doing music. And then after that, I started getting into it with Maxine. Shout out to Mama Max. And she started getting me into all these shows. So Kelly and Maxine really got me on the music scene, but I was just writing like for personal reasons.
Yeah.
So I tell myself that I've been doing music since about 2018, 2019, but I've been doing shows since about 2020.
How is that, like, being on the road? Like, I know it can take a lot out of artists having to move around different stations. You know? So I only can imagine, like, I hate driving 2 and 3 hours. So sometimes shows probably for y'all be way farther than that sometimes.
I feel like it just depends. Like, traveling for me is better because I feel like I don't want to be Fort Wayne bound my whole life.
Right.
So I feel like it's not even really stressful. 90% of the time, either my boyfriend drive, my manager drive, or I'm flying, or I'm never really driving. So like the traveling part don't really stress me. I think the biggest thing about traveling and doing shows is hoping that this crowd really messes with your music. Because I can be loved in Fort Wayne, but Detroit or somewhere like Memphis who mess with Gorilla gonna be like, you ain't banging to me, you know?
Sure.
So I feel like the biggest thing has just been trying to make sure that I'm versatile. Because it's like if I'm not, then I don't really know if this person's gonna mess with me or this place gonna mess with me. So I actually was supposed to have a show in Memphis this year, because I'm a skater. I'm known down there in Memphis. And that's the thing, they be so turned, but I end up getting injured. But he was like, hey, you know, like we still rock with your music. So I feel like even with Memphis even wanting, I don't care if it is one person and not a big old club, it's a skate event, whatever. The fact that someone in Memphis, I know how picky they are. That's all I need. So the fact that I can travel and do shows or just get love from different cities is just, I love it because it just shows that I can dang near go anywhere and at least get a fan or a supporter. That's all I care about is just make sure I can move around and be known wherever I go.
Are you a signed artist or are you independent?
Technically, I'm independent, but I'm signing with a manager. He's signing actually multiple artists, trying to get me a current situation where I may be getting a bigger opportunity. Never possible. Right now, I'm technically independent, but I do have a manager. So we're trying to get our contract and everything together. get a lot of things set up. With him doing multiple artists right now, I'm not like the main artist because he has out of town artists that's been doing music longer. So I count myself as independent, but I also tell people I got a manager because he do a lot of stuff for me that I wouldn't know. I feel like having a manager is good, but not necessary. Because a lot of times people be like, oh, well, I'm better off independent. To a certain extent, having a manager is good because I would have never went to New York. A lot of the out-of-town shows he's been
Especially
booking.
when they got connections to play. Like, you got a manager that really got it. There's a lot of people you'll hear, they be like, I can do this.
You know what
for
else, too? Because I'm not a capper, money.
Yeah, that too.
Industry, 90% of the time, is like a small business. The first 3 to 5 years, if you really gonna be in music, you spending your own money, your own time, trying to put yourself out there. So having a manager has been amazing because it's like he's providing the financial, the connections, and all I gotta do is kind of just sit there and be the artist. You know what I mean? So, and he has he has a degree in law and stuff like that, so he looks over contracts, pretty much just protecting me.
That's what's up, though.
Bro.
Like, you need somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, especially that knows what they talking about.
What they
Like I said,
doing.
You can get anybody, any small Joe that just will tell you, like, oh, we could do this. He's like, nah, I'm going to look up this paperwork, see the numbers right.
Yep.
Make sure everything good in your best interest as the artist,
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
So I definitely feel
Yeah,
that.
so I'm an independent artist with a manager.
No, for sure. Even if you're independent, your manager can have something on the side.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
that's good. That's still
yes.
you control what you know, your music and what you got
Yes.
going on. You just got somebody that advice.
Yes.
You don't wrong
Yes.
with that at all.
So, yeah.
Okay, I seen your video with Stan.
Yes,
Talk to
sir.
me a little bit about
Shout
that.
out to my boy, Stanison.
shout out
I
to
call him.
Stan. Right, I ain't gonna call you that, bro. I ain't gonna do you like that. She played with you.
Shout out, I call him Stanford Gerald Washington III, because I call him the ugliest names in the world. But, so, make sure y'all go stream. Make sure y'all go download it. I don't care how y'all do it. Nympho, me and Stan, the biggest. He called himself the sexiest nigga on the planet. I don't know about that. But, you know, I personally feel like that's my man. But other than that, though, we just dropped Nympho, I want to say like a week or two ago. He ended up hitting me up with this beat, and he do this thing where Stan is one of the people where when he kind of know how you work already, he'll just text you and be like, need you on that. And I'm like, what is that? What if I don't want to be on that? You know, but by the time Stan hit me up, I'm like, all right, if he want me on it, it got to be something where he want me on it. Because that's one thing I can I respect him as an artist because he's not going to put you on something if he don't hear you on it. Right. And we actually got a few songs in the vault. We just ain't put them all out yet. But when he usually hit me up, it's something where he want me to be bilingual or add a little female, you know, hit to it. So we probably something, you know, something that he kind of, I don't want to say can't give, but it's just something he feels like I bring to the table. Yeah, sure. So he ended up hitting me up, send me the song. We ended up recording it. We probably had Nympho in the books probably for about 3 to 4 months. I think we recorded Nympho right after I got injured. I tore my ACL in March of this year. So, and then I was in the Timberland Challenge around that time too.
Yeah, we gonna get into
I was gonna say it was just a lot going on with that, but right as soon as he seen I got injured, we recorded Nympho, a few other songs, and he was just like, let's just keep them. So if we don't know how long you're gonna be down, we got some stuff for you to work on. So I definitely respect him because as you see, I was able to drop a song right after my recovery. I wouldn't have been able to do that if he didn't include me in that. So technically, that's his song. That was kind of his vibe, but he kind of just looked out for me. It was like,
y'all was turning that. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
yes,
I listen to different genres of music. Like I tell my homies and stuff like they know. Like I get versatile with this shit now. Look, I seen it. I'm like, damn, I like that beat off the rip.
Bro, it was the beat for me.
The beat off the rip. I'm like, okay, let me really tap in. So
yes.
I'm like, okay. Then they put y'all. I heard y'all verses. I'm like, okay. They
yes.
that up.
And I love the concept. Like even with the video, shout out to Stella. She's a great. I like to call her a dancer. I feel like stripper is rude, but she's a dancer, really fit, great vibe. I love her energy. Stan, real great vibe when it comes to working with females. Shout out to Lewin. He was the one that did our video.
I heard you go with the camera
bro,
too.
Everything about that song and just the vibe. I was just so eager to drop it once I was like near recovery because I'm like, this is gonna be the one. Like we already just had it in the vault, and I'm asking. And really, we dropped it early. We was gonna wait till about November because he just dropped something with Just Solid. Shout out to him. He just dropped like 2 of his own songs, and then of course my manager was kind of like, let's hold off for a second. But I kind of was looking at him like, well, we ain't done nothing. So I talked to my manager. He said he was cool with it. So we really dropped it
Cleared that
early.
off the rip.
Yeah, we dropped it early. So shout out to Stan because I wouldn't have been able to probably drop nothing until at least closer to Thanksgiving if we ain't dropped info. So that's how that ended up happening.
That's good work. That's good work right there. Like I said, y'all definitely got one on that. Is there any other artists that you worked with or you in the future will want to work with that's out of Fort Wayne that you see really, doing their thing and pulling up and really showing out for the city?
So to answer your first question, the only other artist I've ever worked with was Kyla J. She does my singing because I can't sing. Shout out to Tristan. He go by Chino Royale. I think that's his other name, Chino.
Shout out.
That's my other brother right there. Me and him got some music in the vault. But other than Chino, Kyla, and Stan, I've never worked with any other Fort Wayne artists. Some of it is by choice. I don't think I'm better than nobody, but I just feel like when you cooking, not every ingredient should go together.
For sure.
And some people, just being honest, I don't like the how should I put this? The reputation. Whether it's with people, how your music sound, how your videos look. I'm just a person where after doing that Timberland challenge and after traveling, you never know who's watching. I just don't like to mix myself with certain stuff. And then the answers I would like to work with, my boyfriend's from Louisville, Kentucky, and it's this guy, his name is One Take Timmy.
I feel like I heard of that one.
Boy, let me tell you something.
Familiar.
When I tell you One Take is like a mixed with like Mozzie, mixed with like it's just something about the fact that he can rap and you feel where he's coming from.
Reality rap.
But then his punchlines be so, like he had a line where he pretty much was saying like he had a threesome, one of them was white and one of them was black, so he felt like he was winking. Cause like when you wink, one eye.
No, you gotta think.
Why would you even say that though?
Right.
Like, but he says stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just everything about him. Like it's just his flow, his cadence, everything about him. He talk about his kids. Like he just real smooth. So I would love to work with One Take one day.
That sounds so familiar.
Bro, and a lot of times people want to work with like the big mainstream celebrities, but one thing I've learned to appreciate too is the underground rappers are the people that a lot of people don't. If y'all look up One Take, it's WUNTAYK Timmy.
Just building your brand, man.
Bro.
You always gotta start with the biggest people.
Yes.
You don't always gotta start with, you start from the underground, you work your way up. That's how people know your name and see you more. People gotta understand that.
Yeah. One Take is hard though.
No, for sure.
Yeah, when we get done with this, I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I would love to work with One Take. Definitely like mainstream artists. I love Coyle Ray. I love her style, like how she can dance, how she can rap, sing. She don't really be in the drama like that. I love Coy. And I was telling my boyfriend one day, it's like, she a little weird, but Doja Cat, people be sleeping. And perform.
Yeah.
Since I'm a performer, I would love to just do a song just to perform on a stage
I
with
tell
Doja.
people she troll in real life. Like when she do a lot of the antics she do, that's bringing y'all in. And
Yes.
she drop on y'all live.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
be some crazy shit. Like
telling
she
you.
snapped though. Like a lot out of the females, bro. That's what I say. I listen to music and all the different shit. Like that girl can rap.
Oh, Doja hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Like Jake Harlow and a lot of them dudes. Like I'm like, yeah, I feel like they get sit in the back, but they can real live rap.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So yeah, I would, if I just had to choose just a few, somebody like Doja, One Take Timmy, Coy, just people that kind of stick to what they do. Like I don't like artists that you sound like the last 20 people we just played. Like Doja, you can know her sound, her style, her outfit gonna probably be weird, but ain't nobody else like her. Coy, she do what she wanna do. She ain't gotta be naked, she ain't gotta be clothed, she ain't gotta be singing, she ain't gotta be rapping. She do what she wanna do. And that's how One Take is.
Like with Christian Rock.
She do what she wanna do.
She do got a lot of antics. Don't get me wrong. She,
That's
her
crazy.
life.
Love Krishan, but you
Yeah,
crazy. You crazy.
But she also got, when it comes to the music, and then like you said, when she dropped that first song, I forgot what it was called. It wasn't Vibe. It was like a heartfelt song. You know what I'm talking about?
I know which one, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I used to actually be a Blueface fan.
I ain't got it too.
I just feel like he ain't all that, but with him just being his own little.
You gotta listen to him. He'll drop a bar or two on your ass real quick.
He took over on Tatiana. That's what got me.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That definitely was right.
It was just the beat of it though. Then he did the remix with Cardi B and them. Like
you threw people on there, especially around the time that was hot. Like Cardi was hot at the time.
yes,
Who else he put on there? YG.
I was gonna say YG. Yeah.
Like they was really they was buzzing something. And that song was buzzing, so he did a smart move on that. I definitely,
Yeah.
Like I tell people, my homie used to get on me about like, bro, why you? I'm like, bro, just listen to him, bro. Like It's like he offbeat though.
I was gonna say it's the
some-
offbeat, but you know what
That
made me
was new.
respect him? What made me respect Blueface style more was when Ice Cube did an interview and was explaining like what he was doing. Because at first I'm like, I used to like him, but I used to always just think he was partially cute too. You know, that's girls. But once I actually start listening, and Ice Cube kind of explained it, it makes sense because it's a way to ride a different beat. It's so many different beats and
I
intricate
think that was
things.
an LA thing. I think what he was
Yes.
doing, a lot of people didn't understand he wasn't from LA.
Mhm.
Or he didn't follow the LA way of
Mhm.
what's going on. So
Mhm.
I watched the interview. It was like a pimp. He did an interview. He was talking about it. He was like, the way he's talking is like old pimps. But he rapping, but that's how old pimps from
Yep.
LA used to talk.
Yes. He
So I was
talks
like,
slower. You know what I mean? It's like I don't do it, but either way though, I mess with him too.
It worked for
So,
him though.
I'm telling you, yeah. Everybody different though. I just feel like everybody different, but honestly, I don't feel like I would do a song with Blueface. I would listen to it, but would I ever work with him? But that's what I mean by
see,
something bringing so
I don't
mixed.
see like y'all two like if you did that I know that would be more for like I just needed that nigga.
Yeah.
The management was like
Yeah.
you needed that on there.
Yeah,
you know?
we doing it for the name
Yeah,
at this
for sure,
point.
for
Just
sure,
because you
for
already
sure.
got that name, that's
Yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure. Okay, all right, we got to go back because, like I said, I had to tap in on it.
Rewind.
You feel me? Timberland. How did that whole thing? Because you know what's so funny, right? I seen it right on Facebook, and I'm one of the people. I'm on social media a lot, just because of the field I'm in.
Mhm.
And I seen it. You know, sometimes you'll see them ads, you be like, man, that's some bullshit.
You think it's fake?
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, but I ended up clicking on it because I just wanted to dive into it a little bit, like, because sometimes I'm one of them people. I'm charismatic sometimes, so I'm gonna go see what's going on. And I said, no, this damn near legit, Nick. The website and everything, sometimes you take the website, pop it into Google, they gonna let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, this is legit. So how did you go about that process? Like, what was that for you?
So, one thing I've learned from being on social media and just with technology growing nowadays is sometimes you got to do the research, like you said. So, first of all, I learned that Orbit is like a site where a lot of people actually go on there. So, right before the Timberland Challenge, right before I got injured, I was actually in a dance competition for Sierra. But since I was injured, I couldn't do it no more. But her competition was through that same site. So, a lot of people saw the Orbit link and thought it was fake. But if you look at the link, it's actually just a site where anybody can kind of go. Me and you can go in there and start a fundraiser or something. So once I saw that, I'm like, okay, that's legit. Then I was gonna do the same thing. It was like I ain't worried about it. But then people kept tagging me. They like, royalty, you gotta go. So there's this thing where people like to tag me and stuff. I have people send me dance videos, skate videos, because people just want to see me do it.
That's the love.
So I had no lie. I had like 10 to 20 people literally just telling me like, you gotta try it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I signed up. They sent me an email saying that if you ain't signed up by like, I want to say March 1st, you wasn't going to get in it. I signed up March 2nd, so I'm like, at this point, it don't even matter. They sent me an email and it was like, hey, you got a week to try to get some votes. And I was like, oh, so I admitted it. Next thing I know, me and Stan met up at the studio. My boyfriend bought his camera. And this is no lie. If I go on my phone, I recorded a freestyle to his drop beat in February, before the challenge even started. So I'm like, I feel like this is God, because not only did he just start a challenge, but I already got a freestyle to one of his beats. So the first freestyle I dropped, it was easy. I just went to the studio, played it, and my boyfriend recorded a video. And I got enough votes to get into the second round. So I'm like, okay. So then I did another video, and then people was like, oh, now you're going hard because you're literally rapping to Timberland's beats, and you're you. You know what I mean? So I did another one, got to next round. It just kept elevating. So then I'm like, let me see if people will donate. When I tell you, I probably raised over $1,000 for that. Like that, I feel like that whole thing was like just crazy, because I feel like it just really showed me like people mess with me, but people really mess with me.
Say, how do you feel like the love you received to even get that? Like I said, anybody, like I said, we know our shit.
It's hard.
It's hard.
You know what I mean? So it's like, how the process went was you just get votes, you get donations. I made it all the way to the semifinals, and the semifinals is where you got to get a certain amount of votes the same way you do with every other round. That last round, people probably was just tired. They're like, okay, but we done gave you all our money, we voting, and I get that. You know what I mean? I'm a person where I'm grateful that y'all even got me to the semifinals. I don't know if I'm the only one from Indiana, but I know for sure from Fort Wayne, I have a video on my phone of Timberland pulling my song up, saying my name. That's all I need.
I've seen that. I ain't gonna lie. Other than me just seeing it on, scrolling, you the only person I seen that was, that was on it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'm a stalker. I'll say it. I was on the other rappers' page, other singers. Y'all not posting about it. Y'all not being creative. I'm literally every week with a torn ACL, putting on an outfit and writing a freestyle to one of. I'm not just having all these in my vault.
Right.
I'm writing a new freestyle every week, getting an outfit with a torn ACL, trying to hide my brace. Still got medical stuff going on, financial stuff going on, not working a job. And Timbaland still was able to see my music in the semifinals. So the fact that it just came to public voting in that last round, I wasn't even worried about it. Like I said, I won over $1,000. It was the day before my surgery. I was bawling my eyes out because I'm like, if I just would have kept the support, y'all probably would have got me further. But it's just like you can't keep people. No matter how good you are, you just can't keep people with that support. For instance, somebody like Tay always make sure I'm taken care of. But if they're going through something, it could be that last round and they be like, hey, I ain't got it this round. And that $140 is what. So it's like, I try not to judge people. Like I said, everybody donated. But when you don't get through the round, you kind of can't do nothing.
Right.
So I just feel like it showed me my capability, first of all. Because my boyfriend, he's a big optimist. I'm a person where I'm going to pass out about it. And he was like, first of all, you got to give yourself credit. You don't even write this much for yourself. You wrote a freestyle every week, doing the video. I've never posted that consistently, cared that much that consistently, because I just feel like I'm me. I can get up when I can. So I feel like that just showed me if you can do that for anybody else, you should be writing that much music and stuff for yourself.
For sure.
So I think that was just the biggest thing with that. Would I ever do it again? I don't know, because it may not have been a scam, but if you do the math, if y'all raised $1,000 for me and over 100 other artists probably raised that much and we all didn't make it, Timbaland got some money off of us though.
Right.
But with him being an artist and him being a businessman and money is what, of course he gonna get some money. But what pissed me off the most was like, dang, I ain't make it, but I know for sure my city gave you at least $1,000 out of our pocket.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
that's the thing about
at least let us keep some or be able to give some back, or you just got our money and didn't even.
That's the thing about them type of thing online, like.
You gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, because like I said, even though it's somebody, yes, they're gonna win, but it's like the money they make in the process of doing the whole situation.
The person that won probably got our money. Think about it. That's why they gotta do it like that. Because if all y'all donated $1,000 and 50 of y'all did it, that's the 50,000 that the winner gonna get. So like I was already doing the math. I think I was just more mad because I'm like,
on top of that shit.
not only did the city kind of not vote, but y'all probably should have kept voting because now y'all money just went to somebody else and not the person y'all wanted to go to. Like, but again, stated, you got to focus on what you can control. And I controlled me. Like I said, he said my name. And it's two people that was kind of on his team that was like helping with the votes. And one of them followed me. And he had actually just hit me up right after surgery and said it was like the Alizé competition going on. You can just make a song about Alizé, the alcohol, and you can win money.
Yeah.
Not doing it. Because guess what? They want you to revote, get the done. Y'all not finna keep getting money
all
off
the
of
money
it.
again.
But the dude had hit me up personally. He was like, I just liked your flow for the Timbaland, so you just want to try this. But it's good that people like him that know Timbaland. That's all I need. You know what I mean? So, and I got a few new followers, subscribers. I had people hit me up. My second or third video, I did a Missy Elliott, She's a Bitch freestyle. And I was in New York. And when I tell you, so I gained at least 80 followers. And I was only in New York for like 3 days. People was like, freestyle, freestyle. I'm out there rapping. I'm scared.
Then you doing Missy. They say they hear.
I had on the outfit. You know, I'm having the speaker playing. So I feel like with that experience, it was dope because now I got people in New York like putting in money. I met this lady. Her name is like Rare Gems. She sell clothes. She put in $100 for me.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her. That's real. That's real.
Because I'm like, at this point though, it's like she met me and she was it 100. I gotta go back and check. I don't want to lie and say you gave me more or less. But the point is, she was putting in money.
Right.
I gotta do the math. But if she had just met me, I was performing at a birthday party. My manager flew me out there so we can perform. She was at the birthday party. He's like, I gotta add you. Every time I met somebody down there, I'm like, here go my Timbaland link. I'm in a challenge because that's the point, is to get people to. So I had people voting for me from New York, people putting in money. Mind you, this lady just met me. It's people that have known me my whole life and they put in $1.
Right.
So I just feel like stuff like that just showed like the more you serious about your craft, wherever you go, make sure you dress right, show out right. I was pulling people to the side. Rate me on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm gonna freestyle for you. I got videos of people dancing behind me, like.
Shit, no, that's what you gotta do. You gotta put yourself out
Yes,
there.
yes. That's what you
A lot
really
of
do.
people, and that's what a lot of people in any field, like if you don't put yourself out there, and that's anything. Because like I tell certain people, like they know me, like I'm really a chill person. I'll be chilling, like I'll be high as hell all the time. Henceforth, why the podcast is what it is.
Of course.
I tell people you gotta push. Like, even them days where you going through the most, you gotta push.
Yeah.
Them be the hardest days. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know nobody care.
That too.
When you go through it, don't nobody, and I don't even want to be like, oh, just 'cause they can't care, because 90% of the time you going through the same stuff 30,000 other people going through.
For sure.
And some of theirs is worse, some of it's better. Like, I'm genuinely just moving through the music industry. It's like, if you do what you love to do, it's either going to work out or it's not. Which is why I got a degree. You know what I mean? I gotta have something to fall back on. And if I don't got a degree, I do dance classes. If not, I'm bilingual. If not, I can skate. I could be up there with us. You gotta find different revenues.
Like that. Hold on. I can't let you just say that. You trying to slide that up in there. Like, what you mean? You say I could be in there with Usher.
Because if you put your mind to it, me and my boyfriend both know people that skate with Usher. We know this guy from, his name is Dylan Morton. Shout out to Dylan. He's a brother that I met through him. And he just skated with Mariah Carey for the second time. Was in the Super Bowl. So, like, when you're a skater, it's this guy named LaRon. Met him in Atlanta. He supports the queer community, stuff like that. He just skated in a Gorilla music video. It was in a fashion week. Like, but he's known. You know what I mean? So skating opens a lot more doors than what people think. So even if I didn't make it in the music industry, not trying to be arrogant, I'm cute, I keep up with myself, I'm already known. All I gotta do is be a video vixen. You could be on the stage skating. So it's like, I've just tried to grow not only my music, but all my gifts and anything that I can do. You gotta go try to, because if you got one way of trying to make it, you're gonna be stressed. But if you have 10 ways, one of them gotta work.
No,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I've just always been a person where, because I go through so much, I put it out on so much too, so something gotta give. Like, I might have had 3 bad things happen before blessings is potentially coming, because one of these revenues gotta work. Like, people just don't exert their energy the right way. So I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be on stage with Usher, but if Usher need me,
Hey,
know
like
who to
you
call.
said, like you said, you put yourself, hey, you said you could do it, you could do that. So
Yeah.
you definitely can get to that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Just, I'm from Fort Wayne.
Yes, sir. The fort.
Shout out to the fort. When you see have you been like really in tune? Like, you've been like, even though you do your own, some people do their own music, they don't really pay attention to other people.
Of course, yeah.
That's been really, like, say the ones that's been doing it since we was probably middle school, high school.
Jeff Pressure, that's one of my other brothers.
Jeff Jones.
He been doing it for a while.
No, for sure.
Somebody like him, I count as doing it for a
I ain't
while.
gonna lie, I always used to be like, why can't we get him a battle rap shit?
Me and him, that was my first battle.
Yeah.
It was a battle of the sexes. Me and him
How
went
was
against
that?
each other. In my opinion, I already told my brother face to face, I feel like I won. Like, I think we should just go 30.
Man.
But it was a sound meter, and he won by 1 point.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, me and him, brother, he calls me Fresher, the female Fresher.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a good, like, battle. I was supposed to battle Stan, but Stan had to be out of town. And they,
like on beat or like acapella?
So it was called a Battle of the Sexes. You was allowed to do 2 to 3, I think it was 2 or 3 tracks, and you had to have a secret weapon. So his was his crew, so he brought everybody up. Mine was skaters, though.
Right. Different.
So y'all telling me, but I was like, you know what? Because Jeff got that hype, though. You know what I mean? But I ended up coming, bruh. So that was my first battle. So Stan wasn't allowed. Wasn't gonna be able to be there. So they like, who you want? I'm like, I'll take Jeff. I was nervous though, because in my head I'm thinking Jeff got that hood music, that flow. He got a whole arsenal of music. Probably I'm still technically new. So I'm in the car with my boyfriend. I'm like, babe, I gotta diss him. He like, what you? I'm like, I gotta make a diss song about him. So
safe for the throat,
bruh. So Remy Ma, I'm so conceited.
Yeah.
And so I flipped that and said, I'm so conceited, and any beat that you give me, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. And when it comes to the females, I'm undefeated, undefeated for a reason. So I dogged him 2 times, Tracito, because they all the crew. Yeah. So I said, I gotta come for y'all next, because I don't know what he gonna bring.
It was a straight dummy action.
And that was new. Mind you, I wrote that freestyle, then I came back with a new track that nobody ever heard and brought out skaters to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was a good battle for me, because I've never battled nobody. I wasn't scared to talk about him to his face, and I brought my skaters out. So I just feel like that was, even with him winning by that 1 point, he came up to me and was like, I gotta respect you, because that's probably the hardest a female will really try to come at me. Like, you got skaters, you dissed me. Oh, I went hard. But
it's only so many females in Fort Wayne that's really like, doing it. So it's like, when you see one that's really, making them rounds, You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a prop.
And I almost didn't make that show either. Mama Maxine was like, I need you to battle. I was like, I'm nervous, first of all. And then I think I had something come around, maybe wouldn't have made it. But just stuff like that. Like, Maxine always tries to include me in, like, the big stuff like that. I think that was one of my favorite shows. For real, for real. What did I say about you, Jeff? I think I said, is Jeff then Nick, then it's Jeff then something, and it's Tristino. It's giving Door and Boots, and then it's Tico. Like, I was just talking shit about him.
Like, it's going crazy.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say nothing rude. But I think it was just fun, more about like just trying to battle somebody,
Schemes and everything.
But Jeff was right back up in my face, like, you're still the little sister though, and I was like, oh my god.
Like, hey.
Then everybody knew his song. One of my favorite songs I had performed at one of my birthday parties. That you niggas ain't really in the streets.
Yeah,
that's gonna turn everybody up automatically.
Yeah.
So
Shout
I'm
out
like,
Jeff, man. Shout out Jeff.
So yeah, he's a person where I've looked up to him a lot too, but Jeff is a good battle person. I feel like he's a good battle. He got that battle energy. He willing to get up in your face. Like I said, he got a whole arsenal of music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He give me like, I say a cross between like Cole, you know, Kendrick, that type of vibe, but then it's like another, like he'll give you that real raw.
I was gonna say I've learned it with Jeff, and it's I can't even say that they're good or bad, or I don't even pay attention to him. I pay attention to his words. Like, I'm not going to say his beats, because some people, they know for their beats.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you I know every beat by heart, but it's certain things with Jeff, if you listen to what he say, like when we did the, for my birthday, we had was it the concept challenge? We all did like a freestyle to it. Jeff, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, Jeff concept challenge was hard. You know what I mean? So it's like, but he know how to flip up the beat. He know how to flip up his cadence. Like, he know how to just do punchlines. He actually know, like, what to talk about. He know how to pull you in.
Right.
Everything about Jeff. Yeah.
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 He got his pod. What is this podcast? You know what this podcast
Is it the one?
We're gonna get back to
I was gonna say, I gotta remember.
Come over here, Jeff. Let us put your podcast in the comments. Because I'll be watching and I'll be seeing, you know, the people come on there freestyling, you know, all that. You know, I really fuck with it.
Are you talking about No Disrespect?
I think that's
the one with him and Bill.
Yeah.
I ain't been on that one.
Hey, man. Stop playing. Talking about she ain't been on. All this love is, man. Okay, that's
I actually, not to cut you off, I think this is only like my second podcast. My first one was with Greg Jewell, like 4 or 5, 6 years ago. But so technically, but yeah, it ain't even just OG Kelsey. She got one. Me and her kind of just started discussing that. But it's a few podcasts I still ain't been on for real.
Need to get you on there.
I'm like, dang, so many people start podcasts. I be out the way. I don't be knowing sometimes. I'm like, dang, when did you start one?
You gotta get back in the mix.
I'm like, when did you start one? So yeah, I haven't been on there.
No, I ain't gonna. I started like, no, real shit. I was doing skits and shit. Like I still doing dabbling in it, but then I was like, man, I be hot as shit. And I be cool. I always be talking to people like, bro, you know, you're a good listener and shit like that. And I give a solid, some solid shit. So
I was gonna say, I feel like podcasts are good because if you never know what somebody can grab from it. Like if you sitting here talking about music, but then you ask a life question and it helps somebody. I feel like podcasts are good. Just the opinions matter.
Yeah, for sure. And then let the artists get out what they want to say. You don't want to let nobody create narratives about it.
Yeah, I narratives. I cannot stand that.
No,
I'm
the
serious.
worst thing is to let people make a narrative. And like I said, I don't have people like
people gonna do it.
I'm like, you gotta get in front of certain things. Like there's certain things I tell people, let it go. You don't always let it. Certain things you gotta get in front of because people are trying to create a narrative and downplay you like you ain't really doing this shit. So you gotta, sometimes let people know, like, hey, I'm here too, and I've been, popping my shit. Fuck with me, let me know what's going on. Like, it ain't nothing. A couple comments, a couple stars, and a couple likes.
That ain't going right. Oh, we got Stan standing here. Hello.
What's good with it?
I think so. I've been trying to sit here and read the comments. I forgot we got comments.
Nah, for real.
Somebody said turn off the P5. So don't stop hating. Why y'all hating on this? That's the seasoning. That's the seasoning. Why y'all hating? That's the seasoning.
At least I know y'all can hear good. You can hear that, goddammit. But okay, I got another question because we tapped on it, but we didn't really get into it. Because like I said, I just had another artist on here. His name is Mosey. I don't know if you've seen that. He signed with Morris Day as an old school artist group, legends in the game. So have you had that industry moment, like when you see certain things, you go like, man, I'm here though. Like,
oh yes.
You know, you like, I didn't think I was, you know, the stuff, you know how, like I said, I'm like this, I'm an outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
So once you be like, damn, this the shit they be talking about on the interviews. Or even like with the Diddy shit, you be like, man, you know, not saying that you've been at no Diddy party or nothing, but you just be like, damn, that shit, this person is probably got, you know?
I feel like my industry moment, there was two. So there was a positive one and a negative one. And let me say with industry too, it's certain things that you do where it really makes you feel like you about to make it. Like I'm not one of them people where I just say stuff to feel like I'm better than or to make people think I got motion that I don't. I genuinely went to New York and met someone. Her name is Chanel Red. She's my Facebook friend. Shout out to you, Miss Chanel. She literally wrote songs for Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? She wrote songs for Destiny's Child. She's working with high-end artists. And when we met her, she took us to a studio that 50 Cent just recorded in. So while I'm sitting here looking and feeling, and in my head I'm thinking, I'm sitting somewhere where 50 Cent once sat.
Right.
I'm sitting here talking to a lady that has plaques with Destiny's Child. Like, so when I met her, it was like an industry moment because it's like, I'm really in New York. Talk to a lady that wrote songs for Destiny's Child, all because I rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it could have been anything else.
That moment alone to make you feel.
Oh, I was down there on my knee. Let me tell you something. One thing about me, I'm a big God person. Y'all should have saw me when I woke up one morning. I literally was just on my knees, like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like this one trip, if I meet the right people, could get me further somewhere else,
No.
or just more followers, or just
Connection is
anything.
the best thing, bro.
What do you
People
mean?
gotta understand, like, people like, some people be like, oh, I ain't making the money. I'm like, bro, you don't understand, like, this one person that got 1.2 million or 75,000, bro, it's the love that you didn't have.
Bruh.
The tag is more important if you think down the line.
I think that was just the most, like, this feels so surreal industry moment.
Right.
And then I feel like a negative one that I had, of course not every show gonna go right, but it's certain shows that when they don't go right, or you just see how certain, like, hosts or people that's supposed to throw shows, or sometimes your industry moment be like, with the name that you portray, you would think that this would have went better.
Right.
So it's nothing bad, or like I never try to like down talk people. Of course I'm not gonna say no names, but it's certain stuff where, like, for instance, if you the one throwing the show, you shouldn't be drunk.
Right, no.
I don't care what nobody
That's bad
says.
business already.
I don't care what, and no shade to anybody that do that, but if I am the host or if I am the person throwing it, I feel like I need to be somewhat sane, so if something goes wrong, I can at least take the accountability or like take control, or because it's all gonna fall back on you if something too bad happens. So like it was just instances where like I'm about to go up and somebody else go up in front of me, and then another person go up, and then another person go up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but that's not what we discussed.
Right.
Or like if it's certain instances where it's like, oh well, you know, you got me performing right here next to a bathroom instead of like giving us a table or something. Like it don't be nothing bad. It's just like it's certain stuff where I feel like it should just be more professional with the names people got.
No, for sure.
So
especially if you handling good business.
yeah,
Like if you come a professional, it should be treated with that.
yeah, yeah. So even if you want me to do something, you the one offering it, I feel like you should pay. My manager flew me out, paid for my room. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like even working with him, that was an industry moment. Because you invest in the money on my music, my outfit, my flight, my room, you introducing me to people.
That's show you if they believe in you or not for real.
Exactly.
You
know what I mean?
If you get people to invest their money, their funds, you almost like giving motherfuckers money.
Bruh, you know what I mean? Especially when I
take
take
with some stipulations. Niggas gonna threaten you before they give you a dollar.
Okay, so I feel like that was a good industry moment too, was just like,
yeah.
I'm getting everything paid for, food, flight, everything, just because of my music.
This was in New York?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We went just to meet Chanel. So technically Chanel is since she worked with Destiny's Child and stuff, she doesn't really deal with rappers.
Right.
So remember I told you my manager signed to other artists. He was taking the singers and was like, you, so I think we should still take you just cause. And I'm like, cause even that, I wasn't even supposed to go. I feel like that was God too, because Chanel was looking at me like, girl, you hot, I just don't deal with rappers.
Right.
But she was like, but now I know.
Sometimes you can't deny good shit. Like,
And when I tell, let me tell you something. One thing about me, my daddy always taught me, being a rapper, when you got the chance to show out, I was freestyling to that lady so hard. I'm like, I'm gonna show you my bilingual. I'm gonna show you my Timberland. Because you never know if you, who do you know? If you wrote for Destiny's Child, who do you know?
You wrote for Destiny's Child.
Who do you know?
You gotta know somebody. You can't just find like if it was that easy, everybody would do it.
And not even wrote for Destiny's Child as a woman, like Chanel Red, the way she walked, the way she go, the way she business, the fact that she's single, independent, like she's actually signing a girl group called Envy right now. It's like 6, 7 girls, they all young. She always in the studio with them, like having them dance, perform, like she's an artist developer.
Right.
So even outside of that, I spent that whole trip, I was sitting up under her. She had actually just had a procedure. You need Tylenol, water,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm caring for you because I need you to know it ain't even just about that. I'm just
Real friendship,
grateful that I
genuine.
met somebody like her that's older than me, been in the game, can give me connections, but it's still somebody that I can either get advice from or look up to, or
Right.
she can help me in a way.
Mentor,
like,
mentor.
but wrote for Destiny's Child, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that was
Yeah.
crazy. When I met her, I'm like, look, I don't even need nothing from you. As long as you know I'm hot and I know you hot.
So,
I love
I
you.
feel you 100%.
Yeah, so she
like
like my stuff, I like her stuff, and it's not even like to brag, but if y'all really go on my Facebook, Father MC, I don't know if you ever heard of him, old school from back in the day, big time rapper, people knew about him. My dad actually, fun fact, performed at one of his birthday parties back in the day, and he opened up for him, and I didn't know that, but when I went, he's from New York, and I met him too.
So to see your blood. See your blood, okay.
So Father MC was real cool. He put my song on the radio for the Timberland Challenge, so shout out to Father MC.
Shout out to Father.
Yeah, even him, like, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and play your song on the radio to support the Timberland Challenge. Like, he actually called a few times, checked up on me after that. Like, and if y'all look at Father MC's name and his history, he is actually a big name. You know what I mean? Like, he drives big cars, got a wife,
like
big
that.
rings,
Yeah.
he fly around. Like,
So
but
I
I'm
like
just
him.
being honest though, like,
For
how many people can say they just got somebody to support them like that? And that's not to brag, but that's just, if I would have never gotten that manager or had that industry moment just sitting there like, okay, I got somebody like Father MC, Chanel following me, you know what I mean? That's just 2 names right there. Let alone Timbaland just said so my industry moment has really just been 2025 as a whole.
I feel like any tag or anybody you meet, because like I said, you know, in the world of social media nowadays, anybody that follows you, like I said, in the space we in, anybody that follows you and you can capitalize off the name, that's what this is for.
Yep. Mariah Lynn came to my daddy food truck. And she do music too. So I follow her, she follow me
You know
too.
what I'm saying? So especially when a lot of people, you know, like I tell people, they ask me, how you get in touch with this person? But I ain't gonna lie to somebody, I just wrote.
If you don't reach out. Stan did that. That's how he got with Akeem.
Yeah, it's like you get out of 10 people, you might get 5.
But it's worth it.
You feel me?
It's worth it though.
So it's just like stuff like that. So I'm like, you know, that's what it comes back to, working hard and keeping,
Yep.
you know, pushing your craft. Because like I said, them blue checks, you would think, yeah, it do help. But then you got some people that's down to earth.
And I think it was crazy too because right after the Timbaland challenge, Bryson Tiller had made a post and said that Timbaland actually didn't like none of his music and told him to go back to a 9 to 5. And I love Bryson Tiller. And Bryson Tiller was like, yeah, I went to go call Timbaland and he never hit me back. So, and that's not to say nothing bad about him because I try not to. But that's, I mean, dang, even Bryson?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, Bryson?
That's like they said that about Nady and Chris Brown.
But that's preference. That's why one thing I'm also learning is that just because you don't like my music do not mean it's not good.
No.
Like when people ever ask me like, how you feel, now there's some people, okay, you're genuinely just not, you don't even be doing this. But when it comes to artists that actually do music, I would never tell you you don't have good music. I just don't mess with it.
Right, it's just not my type of music.
Yes.
That's all. That ain't,
But for
they ain't got no
Bryson though,
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean? So even if I was in the top 5, what if he still didn't choose me? What if I was right there in his face and he told me no? Like you have to get out of that caring about how people feel about your music because
You gotta take a positive in it though.
I wasn't even devastated that Timbaland said no. I was devastated with how much I put in and I'm injured and my people, you know what I mean? Like,
Just think,
What?
like you say, think of how much you put into that. That's them projects that, them be the ones that you put so much
Yes.
time to, you going through the most in your life.
Mhm.
You put your life on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't pick you or whatever the case may be, you know how hard you work and how it sound to you. Like I say, everybody got a different preference for music. That don't mean your shit wasn't cracking though.
and you can't say you don't like mine because I got something for everybody. My white, my Mexican, my black, my skaters. Well, I need more skate music. But the point is, everybody love my music. That's one thing I love too. Like, I'm not lying. I've never gotten a compliment yet on none of my. I've never gotten a complaint about none of my music ever. Like I'm always getting compliments. When I worked at Applebee's, I took a picture with these Mexican ladies because they heard look into my eyes.
Yeah.
So, and they literally barely knew any English. So the fact that you can like my song and know what I'm saying,
Love.
and you asking to take pictures. My manager was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "They heard my music." Like you just never know. Like we had just my boyfriend just DJ'd in Tennessee, and this guy came up to me and he was like, "You skate and rap in Spanish." Swear. I was like, bro, this is amazing. This is dope. Mind you would have never thought he listened to me. He was this tall, long, blonde haired white boy, like real cool.
That's how you know your shit reaching though. That's
Anybody
the
can listen
stuff.
to it
That's
though.
the
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, okay, I gotta ask you this. We gotta put this in there. We gotta let the people know. Where can people go listen to you? What platform? What all streaming services?
I'm on everything. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. If you want to post pictures to me on Instagram, I'm actually in the music section. Like, I'm on all
I gotta
platforms.
start getting back on Instagram. 'Cause Instagram I used to love Instagram, but it's just
Yeah.
you know so many damn apps and shit. So I'm like,
And you know what? The thing is, too, let me go ahead and also put this out there. I have so many singles. I did the Timberland Challenge. I really need more of my music online. So I am working on more music.
so what do you? Hold on, I gotta tell you what you mean by that. Like, like, is it like stuff that, like, say, having a manager? You know, they got certain things that they want you to put out. Or you're like, I rather want to get to me, like put what I would say, you know, that type of deal.
My thing is, I feel like every artist has an agenda. Like, for instance, when I first became an artist, it was just to get my name out there. Then it turned into, it was like me trying to show that I'm a freestyler. So I wrote a lot of freestyles. And then after freestyles, I was kind of trying to do dance videos for a little bit. And then, but the amount of time, just say I really would have started doing shows and writing for real 2018 to now, if I would have just stuck to being consistent to writing music about me, people would know more of my style.
Sure.
Like, I've had some people be like, so what do you count yourself as? Because you do a lot of freestyles. So that means that you feel like you want to hear more of me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, what is my genre? Like,
that's about all. We want to hear y'all stories.
so like a lot of my past, like my last few years, I was just showing I can skate, I can rap, I'm bilingual, just so that I can really grow that crowd.
Yeah, sure.
But now that I'm gonna work on my own project, I'm really trying to figure out is like, what do I want people to know about me? Like, if I was to show you this album, what are you learning about me? Because a lot of people be like, well, what do they want to hear? But yeah, eventually they ain't gonna want to hear that no more.
Right.
So like, at least teach them something about yourself. So I feel like that's what I mean. Like, I showed a lot of my versatility, but I really haven't like uploaded music about like me or like what I go through or who I am. Like, it's usually just me showing out just to show out. So I think that's what I'm wanting to work on. But if you go on my Spotify, I got Look Into My Eyes, which is my bilingual song, and then I did one with A Few Good Men, which is the group that I flew to New York City with. I got something with Stan.
Oh, I seem like you're crazy.
I only went once.
Oh, okay.
I only went once, but that was just my biggest like opportunity in regards to like my music. So like that was just it helped me get in my music even further.
Right,
like from here to New York, that's a big distance.
Oh, for sure.
With cities in between. So I just always bring that up because I'm like, that was just the craziest experience ever. Like I'm out at 3 o'clock in the morning freestyling and I don't even know you. Like I'm sitting here thinking,
Hey,
I'm out here really going hard.
It's New York though. It's the atmosphere.
Use it while you can.
Like, right? No, because like I said, we from Fort Wayne. Like I said, it ain't. They starting to build and do more stuff.
Yes.
But when you go to a place like that, everybody know about you. Everybody know about New York. So when it comes to the music scene, anything, you be like, man, I gotta use time wisely. Like all this music, whatever. We get on this corner real quick. We see all these people up here chilling. Let me go ahead and bust over there. Yeah.
And the thing is, too, another thing, most of the time with freestyles, of course, I can't upload that on, like, Spotify and Apple Music. So, like, most of my music is on YouTube because it's a freestyle.
Right.
So, if you want to listen to me on Spotify, I only got, like, 2 or 3 songs. I should have way more than that by now. So, that's what I'm saying. I need to start putting out music that I can actually have on my own.
Right.
On Spotify and stuff. So most of my stuff is on YouTube. So I know we kind of had a few side combos, but the main combo was I just recommend people go to my YouTube if y'all really want to hear everything.
Yeah.
Like all my freestyles, my music.
What's your YouTube page?
Royalty the Dream Girl. Make sure y'all go subscribe. I think I'm under 400 subscribers.
See, I'm just now making YouTube, getting into that algorithm.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I'm trying to get to hopefully like 500 by the end of the year. I've been trying to make goals. I just now hit over 4K on Instagram for followers. I got over 5K on Facebook, and I'm finna hit 2K on TikTok. So I'm hitting the cage.
That's what's up, though.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
start
Because
doing
if you got thousands on every platform, that's enough for me to start with. Cause that's potential. So shout out to everybody that has been subscribing and following and.
Definitely shout out to y'all. Okay, before we get you up out of here, let me out this my last.
Damn, y'all heard that he finna put me out.
No,
He gonna switch before I get you.
No,
Y'all just go see me.
I would never do that. You know, I know you got things to do. You know, we can chill and wrap it up. I'll be
You know
chilling.
how in the cartoons you throw somebody, you hear the cat. And
I
it's
would never do that to you. I respect
I'm just
royalty. I
playing.
respect royalty. I would never. But you know, doing music, you know, it's like I said, getting in the industry, like people, it's a hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see like all our artists here in Fort Wayne, like I said, we got a lot of artists. And, you know, like some people get
Shout out to us. Fort Wayne
you know,
really trying to come
shout
out
out to
too.
all the artists. For
I don't
real.
care, cause the more the better. Somebody gonna get seen.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie, it's like maybe I be looking at it, I get annoyed. Cause I'm like, but we got people I felt like that should be on and should be. What do you feel like about why isn't Fort Wayne pushed or why isn't it, you know, in them type of life?
I feel like it's multiple reasons. I feel like the main reason why, like I feel like Fort Wayne as a whole is actually getting out there a little more. Like I feel like people kind of know our names. Like people like stand and travel. You know,
for sure.
when Just Solid, when Boosie's daughter heard him rap.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what
hell
I mean?
yeah.
So I'm like,
Crazy.
and I'm like, a
Crazy.
lot of even I think her name is Halo on Facebook. She just did BET Award Week or something. Like she performed there. Like point is people from Fort Wayne that can get us out there. I just think it's multiple issues. Like support is
Big issue.
support is like so 50-50. I feel like people either, I don't want to say bandwagon, but for instance, if 3 people don't like this person, but those 3 people are telling other people not to listen to them, you have to be willing to have an open mind and still go listen to them yourself. Like I feel like everybody kind of, for instance, one Facebook comedian can say somebody whack, and now maybe 30 people just from that one post genuinely might think that they whack now.
Never heard.
So it's like I feel like it's what we say and what we do, whether it's a joke, whether it's not a joke, whether it's showing support, whether it's scrolling past and you can like. It's really about what if somebody from Chicago seen that post, now what if somebody from Chicago think we whack now? Like I feel like we should be building each other more up as a city. And I feel like now if anybody or think about how many people we really may be connected to just from Fort Wayne around the world. Now I know that sounds confusing, but just say I got people that watch me now from New York. And if I share your stuff, that same person from New York now just heard your stuff. But a lot of people won't share and comment and like, and that's why support is important. When I share, I'm not lying to y'all. When I met Chanel Red and A Few Good Men and my manager, I played Stan's video and said on my soul, this is somebody where, if somebody asks, do you know any singers? Kyla Walters, this.
Yeah.
Do y'all really go put people on? Or like, do y'all really share their stuff? If I know that I have people that may need singers, I'm going to share your stuff.
Right.
When Tay wants to, whether it's sell food, do a podcast, I'm going to share their stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like it's really about genuine support. Like, don't even think
a
of
long
it.
way.
Yes, and I feel like support just don't push each other. Like, I mean, Fort Wayne just don't push each other enough. Like, I know for sure I'll share 3 of y'all stuff and y'all never share mine.
Right.
That's okay though. But if we all trying to get to the same goal, so I don't know.
Why not push to somebody where you from? And that's the difference between
Yes.
cities where like Atlanta, like, even though they're going through a lot of shit right now, but when they was on the top, it's like stuff like that. Chicago, even though they got whatever the outside should be, like they push.
Yeah.
They gonna push that
Yeah.
shit. And it's like, man, we could do the same thing. We in the Midwest, we in the same, you know?
Yeah, now part 2 of that, because it's not always about supporting other people, I just made a live the other day and said if you're not serious about yourself, sometimes people not going to take you serious. So I feel like some artists need to get, if you know that your music mastering and mixing could be better, go to somebody and pay that price. So many people now that, I'm not lying to you, and I'm not even saying this to be funny. My boyfriend does video. There's people that wants the quality, but you're not willing to really put the money towards it. I'm just being honest. Being unbiased, whether it's my boyfriend or not, put money towards your craft. Because a lot of people would rather just really pull up a camera and just rap and let the video be horrible. Visuals matter, you know what I mean? Clothes matter, how you rapping matter.
3 seconds to go from 3 seconds to 3 minutes.
I
That's
feel
a
like
difference.
honestly, Fort Wayne, we could do a lot better with our professionalism, how we post our stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff is just about how you carry yourself. Like somebody can post something from Atlanta and it already get more likes because Atlanta is just known for being cascading, how they put themselves out there, all the skate videos. Like, everything about our city is just like, it looks good and it can be better, but it's also about people just not wanting to elevate. Like, so you still doing bad videos after 3 years. Like, you know what I mean? Or you still never even put a song out. I was saying that in my live. Like, if you really want to be a rapper, why don't you have a freestyle out? Or why don't you have some music out?
And that's one thing I don't be understanding. People be talking they rapper. I'm like, bro, I ain't seen a freestyle. I ain't seen, like, you just
Put
do it for
yourself
fun.
out
When the
there.
homie might drop a video, he might feature you. But like I said, that's cool too if that's how you want to do it. But
Yeah.
like I said, how is us as the consumer going to really be able to support it if you only see it once every 2-3 months? Unless you just come out with a crazy track, and then, like I say, radio play and all that shit matters.
Yeah.
Trying to do that shit. So
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, even when it comes to radio stations and stuff, like, it's no love lost. I don't have an issue with it, but I've never been played on a radio station here.
Have you ever tried to get on that?
No. But a lot of opportunities I got, though, people reached out to me too. So I feel like that also goes with support. I've tried reaching out to certain people for certain things, and then there's certain things where it's like, after I reach out to 3 or 4 different kinds of DJs or people, and I know y'all connected, I'm gonna be scared to go to anybody else.
Right.
Like, I've tried to send my music to DJs, I've tried to send my music to promoters, it's certain things that I've just done once or twice, and I'm just the type to just be like, I know somebody out of town that want it, or the right person is gonna actually want. Did I ask y'all to be on here? What did y'all do?
You know we come.
But that's what I mean by support, because it's like, if you really want me to be there, y'all hear me, y'all see me just like everybody else. And that's what I mean by I get nervous, because Fort Wayne will know you hot and not push. If you're hot, this is how I feel. If you a cook, an artist, if you hot, I'm going to push you because you're going to be the person that get our name out there. Like, I don't know why people don't do that. If you're hot, I'm going to support you. I've never been a hater. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not in me, because if you don't make it, I don't make it. That's still 10 people from Fort Wayne that may have their names known. That's getting our name out there. New York and them known for Jay-Z, 50 Cent.
Right.
The big name, like, Gorilla is Memphis now. Like, Sexy Red is, you know what I mean? Like, we need somebody from Fort Wayne to make it.
Listen, that push will go a long way. But
Bro.
somebody, like I said, it could be the person that do make it, because you know you got them scares. Like, it's not scares, but you like the people that make it. They don't really show love to the city. They don't really come back and talk about it. So it'd be like, you get that one person that do make it and bring everything and more to the city.
My mama and daddy both just started a business. Shout out to Who Gives a Club Food Trailer. That's my daddy.
Shout out,
over there
shout out.
on East Parting Road. And my mama, White Nikki, something unique. She do cleaning, event planning. She help post all of that. I tell both my parents, though, y'all need to get out the city.
Yeah.
Because I know how I've watched my parents work hard their whole life. Y'all are not going to get the support y'all want. And I hate that. Like, there's so many people that have potential here, where I bet you if any of us just moved to a different city, we would have been there.
Especially when the city's bigger, and then like I said, you see, like even with food
People
trucks,
don't know your history and they're unbiased. Like I said, people here are biased. If you go somewhere where you don't have a story, they gonna love you.
Right.
They gonna love you.
Right.
They gonna. How many of y'all can't stand my man? Oh, cause y'all don't know him. You know what I mean? Like, I can date somebody in the city and 10 people already like, oh, well, I don't know, cause that's how Fort Wayne is, though.
Got their own preference.
I
didn't
love
see you.
the further you go, you can make a whole different life, because you're just away from people that don't know you.
Right.
I'm a big Christian person. I was just telling my boyfriend the other day, even God said that he dusted his feet off and left. Cause you
Yeah, you can't. Man,
Do you
can't
get what I'm
please-
saying?
Yeah, you can't please everybody.
So yeah, that's just
for
Fort Wayne issue, but that's always just been an issue, because it's probably people from St. Louis and Memphis, and then where Sexy Red and from, like, we could have been in their position, but y'all didn't support me. Like, everybody probably deal with it from their home city, so it's not even like I'm pinpointing people, or people not even obligated to support, but it could just be more knowing how much I'm genuinely trying to influence people, and I actually care about
Especially when you
people.
got a
Like,
person that's actually working hard, like you see the work.
and when I support other people, and I love on everybody,
Yeah.
and now with some people where they also not gonna get out because your reputation bad. That's just on you.
Yeah.
You go around burning bridges,
Face card
beefing
fucked
with
up, it's
everybody.
fucked up. Face card fucked up, it's fucked up. I don't give a damn. It's, man.
If you going around knowing that you moving funny, that's probably not gonna get you nowhere either. So, you know, I just feel like it's all about your heart. Like, if your heart in the right place, your passion in the right place, and you good at what you do, and you're willing to grow in it, like, there's a lot more I can learn. Especially now that I just had ACL surgery. As soon as I'm back on my feet, new dances, new videos, new music.
So I've been through that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if you really not, there's no reason why I should go through something and come back the same. Like, a lot of people will really genuinely have the potential, but when they just go through stuff, they just don't give it that energy, or like it's a lot of reasons why. You know, for ways. It's a lot of mental stuff going on. That's what it is. It's just everybody going through it though.
Yeah, and that's why I say I like you, Stan. There's a couple other people I done tapped into music, and I just be like, like I'm not a hater, bro. Like
Yes.
even if it's not my type of music, I'm still not a hater. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I love music. Like you know, even though I'm not an artist or nothing like that, I love to hear it, different shit. Like, and my history is something crazy, but that's another story. But you know, it's just like it's good to hear everybody different. Because for a minute, I feel like everybody was Fort Wayne got a certain sound. Where people were saying Fort Wayne only got this type of music. I'm like, no, Fort Wayne is.
I feel
versatile.
like not Fort Wayne is actually really versatile.
Versatile as shit.
Especially because we got so many different kinds of people. Like, for instance, Chicago, Nady, Chicago, New York, they do a lot of drill. You know what I mean? Like, they have a theme. I don't even think Fort Wayne really has a theme because we got so many of them.
And that's why I said,
you know what I mean?
Found that thing that people are going to be like, that's that.
That's Fort Wayne.
But we got it's like a gumbo. We got a lot of different shit.
And that's what I love, though. You know, so that's why I'm like, that's why in my Timberland challenge, I said I'm from Fort Wayne. Yeah, because we the best to ever do it. Yeah, we run the game. Like, I'm not a type to where I'm like, oh, I can't stand my city. I'm still going to shout us out because we really got potential here. But it's just when it comes to the full support or just trying to fully depend on it, you can't never fully depend on where you from only. I feel like that should just be a human thing. You should never want to just stay bound anyway.
Right.
You got a whole planet where you can go get done that.
No, for sure.
I'm not just depending on them to push me. So I have to thank everybody, like Ohio, Michigan, New York, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Indy, anybody that I know anywhere. It takes everybody to push me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate anybody that genuinely do. That's just me. I don't know.
Support, like I said, support goes a long way, y'all. For real. Like, only take one like, one comment. Only take that to give people shit. One share, for real. Like, share that shit. You never know who could be on y'all page. Y'all probably don't even know the famous person might have seen y'all. You know.
I seen a post the other day that said, as long as you got 2,000 followers, at least half of them will show somebody else. So that's like 3,000. And then if you pretty much
algorithm is crazy. It's crazy, but if you really understand it and see it, you be like, okay, I understand that shit. That's one thing I'm starting to understand the algorithm. Like, okay, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But this before I get you up out here. Tell everybody about the new music you got coming. I know you got some stuff coming. I know you got some stuff on the way.
I'm trying to honestly decide. I've been trying to decide if I want to do like an EP, an album.
Because I know you said you were.
And the thing is, hear me out. I know I said I wanted to do. I know I wanted to do some of my own music, but part of me want to make a mixtape. Because I love doing freestyles. So, I don't know. I'm going to be putting out some content. I'm going to be doing some polls and see. Because another thing I've learned, too, you become more relatable when you actually ask your people what they want. So, like, I was having people giving me requests for Timberland beats. Like, oh, you'll go hard on this one. Or, like, you got to involve people. So, I'm thinking about, honestly, just making a post.
You do skits and stuff? You get into that realm? You be trying to mess with that? What's to that? I see the face you just made. Talk to me.
I'm not against it because I'm overly dramatic and very I'm very. But part of me be like,
you gotta perform. You gotta perform. That's the difference.
I've never done a skit. I don't think I have. Have I?
I don't think you. I can't tell you.
I don't know. I don't want to say I wouldn't get it. So I try not to shy away from anything. I said with my personality, but I would do it.
Oh, for
yeah, so I mean, I'm just one of them people. Anything content based too, like you gotta get content too. Like it's so much being a content person. You have to keep content.
You ain't thought about streaming? Getting on that type of time?
No.
I'm
too much of a busybody. I ain't gonna want to sit there all day.
That's why you gotta have somebody. Like you said, you got a manager. You know what I'm saying? You got your boyfriend. You got you gotta pour into your career sometimes. And Twitching and streaming, that's what's going on. And you're a musician. That is everything that has streaming or any live anything for an artist is good business.
It's crazy how much money streamers make right now.
Bro,
they are making
new rappers and shit. They making the money.
Trillion, gazillion.
That's why you see all these rappers and everybody trying to get on streaming platforms.
Oh, T-Pain, he said on to the next. And he was right to streaming.
Nigga Ray J, man, all the niggas, man. It's a lot of people. That streaming is where the bag is at.
Yeah, so I don't know though. I don't know. Either I'm really leaning more towards an album. I feel like I have a decent enough following to where I should put out one, but I feel like an EP is also like, since this is my first like full, because I'm used to just putting out singles. I feel like if you just give them a few, it'll keep attention longer. Because it's hard trying to keep people attention.
How many like this would be your first, second, third album?
I've never put out an album. It's either freestyles or singles. But that's what I mean. But I should have been doing something like this.
Yeah, like come on, it's time. It's time.
So what would you? So okay, I'm gonna ask you. What do you think? Would you rather hear an album or an EP?
I mean, for the simple fact that you said you've done, mixtapes and EPs and stuff before, right?
No.
So you've never done them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is just starting off on the whole situation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, shoot. In that light, then, I probably hit the mixtapes, give people, what you coming with. Give them something to eat on, and then right after that, drop that album after that.
So you think the mixtape should be first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for sure. Especially, like I said, this is all one thing, and this you doing it first time for every. Oh, hell yeah. Drop the mixtapes, get everybody hot and ready. Yeah, serve them. For sure.
Well, y'all maybe I don't know. I'm gonna see.
For sure. I'm just saying, just think about it, because if you, because like I say, the mixtapes is more of a you, like you say. That's how I would give it up. Like you say, you want people to see you. You want people to hear more of you. That's what the real mixtape. That's what a lot of when Wayne did mixtape.
Bro,
he gave you all of him in the mixtape. Even though he went crazy on the radio play, the mixtapes is what everybody was like, okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna get that Wheezy though. You gonna get that Wheezy on that bit. So that's how So I feel in that type of aspect, like you give them a mixtape, and then when that album drop, everybody tuned in. It's like okay, let me see what's
because the
going on.
mixtape get everybody kind of turned up or whatever.
Especially because, like I say, that's you. Your album is more, okay, I'm going to get the radio play, them type of songs, you get that on there. But the mixtapes, you go crazy. Bring whoever the hell you is in real life, crazy, stalker, I don't give a damn what it is. Whoever you are, put it on there, the mixtapes, for real. So that's what I feel like when it comes to that. So y'all definitely would do that.
Y'all see that? He tried to jump a little.
Come on,
Yeah,
I got a little sauce, But I really do appreciate, you coming through and, talking to us, telling us, a little bit about your journey, things you've been through. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want to hear more music. If you ever got some music you just want to throw it out there, I'll share it around.
I'm also writing a book that's coming out soon too.
No, what's the book called? Okay, shout that shit out. Or you want to wait first?
No, I already posted my dedication because, of course, I'm real. I made sure I shout out everybody because, like I said, my book is called Crown by Growth. So,
y'all make sure
definitely a lot of people, I feel like everybody should do this too. Word of advice before I go. If you can either write a book about yourself, like post what you can, it's the difference between putting people in your business and leaving like a record. Like if people really know who you are, stuff like that really matters. So I'm going back from like how my childhood was, the bad stuff I went through, but how I'm loved by so many people and stuff now because I didn't let it break me. It grew me as a person. So like, but my whole dedication is shouting out to people that support my music, friends, supporters, my family, like. That's the first thing is like the dedication. So like I feel like people not only can relate to it, but then the second half is a workbook. So I'm gonna ask you questions, give you Bible verses if you want them, and you work through it. So it's like you learn about me, and then I help you learn stuff about you.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I also got a degree minor in psychology. So
I'm
really trying to put everything in it.
Yes, sir.
So it's gonna be a good book.
That's what's up.
I feel it like I'm being vulnerable, but I'm also helping people. You know what I mean? So I feel like that'll be
through the same struggle.
Yeah, and that could be another form of revenue. But I'm genuinely helping people from it. But once you make yourself an author, you are an author. So I can write 10 more books now if I want to. Like it's just another revenue. It's another revenue that I want to open up for myself. I want to be an author. Write some stuff. So.
We definitely appreciate you. Like I said, you done told us a lot about yourself. You know what I'm saying? For the people that didn't know, for the people that's been tapped in with you that knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm new. When I seen you on that, I was like, and then cuz, like I said, brought you to my attention. I'm like, definitely fire. Like, got some shit going. Like, and like I said, I'm one of the people. I don't really look at the other shit. All the work. Even like you said, people's videos, people, just how you moving and like some people just be so lazy and like.
They just don't push that.
It's not professional. It's like you didn't care.
That's my thing. You couldn't care.
Like you
Did
seen
you not
that
see this video?
for sure. Like you seen that. So it's like
as the videographer, why would you allow them to do
Yeah, and
that?
it's like people just he must have got paid to say, okay, whatever, you like that. But you know, like I said, I seen you, and I said, yeah, I definitely want to tap in with you. And like I said, anything that you got going on, I'm definitely gonna support, and I'm here to support. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for having
for
me.
sure.
Shout out to Fort Wayne. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Y'all know where I'm new. Y'all
Shout
know.
out to Queen, Princess Nady. We are in the building.
Also, too, it's Nady.
Nady, okay.
But
Nady.
guess what? Every time I meet people, they say Nady, but it's literally like lady just with an N.
Okay, my
'Cause
bad. I was
my
butchering the hell out of
my
it.
real
then.
name is Andrew Nay, so my family call me Nady.
Oh, Princess Nady, y'all.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, it just
Don't
be
be like me
because-
though.
But it's crazy how so many people just. Yeah, so I just be saying that. So now if you see me out in public, you might scream Nady, and I would not answer.
No, I ain't gonna say it. You don't know now. You don't know.
Yeah, so now you
like, look at that nigga. Hey! So you definitely don't know.
Yeah, so I just like let people know. So if y'all go to see me or something, at least y'all can scream because something.
But sometimes I'm like, look, there go the Queen.
So what do you prefer to be like? Do you go by Adonis or do you have like another name?
I go Adonis. You know, a lot of people around the city know me from Adonis, but
Okay.
you know, Don Juan, too funny doing the skits. Like I said,
Okay.
I started doing the skits first before the podcasting, so that's just where I go with it. You know, whatever it is
Skits
for
coming
everybody.
soon, then.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, for sure. Hey, but you know what it is. We be talking podcast. We out of here, man. You know, shout out Princess Nady. You know
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on. We gone.
Can I get your Facebook information?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I got a lot of artists in the city, and I've heard your